In 1975, a small group of people under the organized umbrella of the Southeastern District of the Christian and Missionary Alliance officially became Edgewater Alliance Church. And roughly 4 years later, property was purchased at 310 North Ridgewood, and the original sanctuary was completed. In 1984, the office wing was added, and together this is now our children's wing and office facilities in that building. In 1986, a gymnasium was built to house the Community Basketball League. That's right. Right where you sit today, there were heated words, blood, sweat, and tears. In 1998, church attendance had grown so that the gym now had to become our sanctuary. And by 2007, with an average attendance of about 500 people, it became apparent to us that we had outgrown our present facilities, and we began to seek God as to what to do next.
The gym received its initial facelift and became a space dedicated to gathering and worship. During our time together, the Lord impressed on the hearts of our leadership that we simply needed more space for the ministry and mission ahead of us. We prayed, planned, crunched numbers, and landed in the reality that it was time to build. The church staff designed spaces for meeting, fellowship, and family discipleship with future growth in mind. Many of you were here in 2006 when we embarked on a 3-year capital campaign called Investing in the Harvest. As a church family, we counted the cost of funding a $1.3 million building project, and together we pledged $550,000, leaving us with a mortgage debt of $806,000. In March of 2009, after much prayer and vigorous conversation, our governing board agreed to incur this debt, trusting that as the church grew both in number of members and in our intimacy with God, that taking on debt was not only manageable, but a way to further demonstrate our trust in God. The building project was completed in 2010, and since then we have seen God use these facilities to reach children, teens, and adults for His glory, and then to use us as a church to impact our community and even the world.
Church family, today it is my privilege to announce that our governing board has authorized the paying off of our mortgage in full, leaving I don't always read, but I want to get it right. I want to first thank God, who the scriptures tell us is the giver of every good and perfect gift. Second, I want to thank each and every one of you who is given to support the ministry of Edgewater Alliance Church. And finally, I would like to thank our governing board for their leadership in this historic moment. Never in the history of Edgewater Alliance Church have we been in a better financial position to have a greater impact on our city, in our state, in our world. Remarkably, last year, during a global pandemic, we had the strongest year of giving in the 47-year history of Edgewater Alliance Church. This year, at least as of May, we are on track to top last year and once again have our best financial year ever. In light of this, your governing board has decided to be both more strategic and more generous with the money given to Edgewater Alliance Church. As you may or may not know, EAC has been a tithing church for a number of years now, meaning that 10% of all the money that you gave to EAC to steward for the kingdom has been given away to other ministries and organizations beyond our own. We want to be a church that models corporately what we would encourage our members to live out individually. Generosity matters, and this year we decided to do more. we decided to go on a giving journey that we are calling 5 in 5. Where over the course of 5 years, we plan to increase our giving 1% a year until our giving grows from 10% to 15% annually. We are in a financial position to do more than we have ever done. We can do more to help the orphan and the widow, more to help the poor, more to reach unreached people groups with the gospel, and we can do more ministry locally here in Edgewater, New Smyrna Beach, and Oak Hill, and provide more resources to help more people. If you are not giving yet, and you consider yourself part of EAC, perhaps you have had reservations about giving either significantly or consistently, I have the privilege of inviting you in this moment to do so. Some pastors feel the awkward need to come up in front of their congregations and ask for money when things are going bad. I have the privilege of letting you know things have never been better, and that is pretty cool. But we can do more. We want to do more. And your elder and governing boards are seeking to steward the resources that we believe ultimately belong to God well. Would you consider partnering with us as we enter into this next season as a church? This is a historic moment. From where we sit now, we are entering into a new season of increased financial freedom and financial generosity. I want to say thank you to those who have sacrificed to make this moment a reality. It hasn't always been smooth sailing for Edgewater Alliance Church. There has been pastoral transition. There has been a global pandemic, and yet here we are, arguably stronger than we have ever been. So Edgewater Alliance Church, I have 2 questions for you before we sing. Do you believe God is faithful? Do you believe God is good? Let's stand and sing together.